McCall said. "Why don't you sit down and cool it? I didn't come to Tisquanto to step on anybody's toes or usurp your prerogatives, or do anything but observe what's going on for the private information of the governor. You've got a job, Chief, so have I, and mine is assistant to the governor for special affairs, or, to put it plainly, Sam Holland's troubleshooter. Between the goings-on on campus and this disappearance of a girl student, the governor's worried. And you know my credentials. They give me carte blanche anywhere in the state. If you don't want to honor them, just say so and I'll report that to the governor. He'll take it from there." Pearson glared at him. He had returned to his overstuffed chair at McCall's suggestion, and he seemed to be struggling with the impulse to jump out of it again. But he mastered the impulse. "All right, Mr. McCall. Only she'll turn up. They always do." "Let's hope she does. Just the same, I'd like what information you have. I understand she hasn't been seen since Friday. Today's Wednesday. That's a long time." "For the kids these days? She's probably shacked up with her boyfriend somewhere, turning on with LSD or something." "Oh, she has a steady boyfriend?" "A creep named Damon Wild." "What does this Wild boy say?" "Look, Mr. McCall, why don't you talk to the two officers working on the Thornton girl's case? They'll give you all the information available." "Who are they?" "Lieutenant Long and Sergeant Oliver." "Where do I find them?" "Long's across the hall." McCall rose. "Thanks, Chief." "One thing," Pearson said. McCall looked down at him. The man looked blue with cold. It had a chilling effect on his surroundings. "Maybe you ought to wise me up, Mr. McCall. There's something in this that don't smell kosher to me. This Thornton girl is Brent Thornton's daughter. Thornton's trying to take the party renomination away from Governor Holland. Everybody in the state knows they're enemies. What's Holland's angle? What's he so anxious to find Thornton's kid for?" "That," McCall said, "is a crack I don't like." He felt the old fury rising and fought it down. He had it pretty well under control these days, except where Sam Holland's interests were concerned. The governor called it his one weakness. "No offense," Chief Pearson said coldly, "but we're not exactly a bunch of hicks in Tisquanto, Mr. McCall. No matter how they regard us in the capital, we keep score. What's behind this?" "Nothing. Thornton and Holland are political enemies, true, but they've always respected each other as men. If the governor can help find Thornton's daughter, he very much wants to do so." "If you say so. But better sit down again, Mr. McCall. I've got a few more things on my chest about what's going on at the college." McCall sat down again. Apparently Pearson was having second thoughts. "Actually, the situation is pretty bad. Wade's half out of his mind, and Floyd Gunther is as nervous as a mother bird." Wolf Wade was president of the college, and Floyd Gunther was dean of men. "There have been threats against the administration." "Personal threats?" "Especially against Dean Gunther." "Anonymous, I suppose." "Hell no. They carry signs on their picket lines, bold as brass. We've had them in for questioning, but of course they're smart enough to avoid a charge we can make stick. The truth is, we're sitting on a powder keg here, Mr. McCall. We can handle it all right, don't get me wrong. But on second thought, maybe it's just as well the governor knows the real situation. We're expecting anything." "How many students are involved in the nasty stuff?" "A small group, relatively. Or rather a number of different small groups. Hippies, yippies, and kooks and agitators and Lord knows what else. Some of the hippie crowd are okay, though they turn my stomach." "What's their beef?" "Who knows? More say in administration, the right to pick the curriculum. You know, it's countrywide. They come on hard at the sight of a blue uniform, start throwing things. The other day I thought they'd tear down the administration building stone by stone. So far, we've handled them without too much trouble. I figure to keep it that way. You can tell the governor." McCall rose. "I'll talk to Long and Oliver." Pearson cleared